The House committee also played testimony yesterday from former Trump campaign manager Bill Stepien, who drew a blunt distinction between two separate sets of advice he says the former president was receiving during his final weeks in office.
There were two groups of, we called them kind of my team and Rudy's team. I didn't mind being characterized as being part of Team Normal. I think along the way I've built up a pretty good, I hope, a good reputation for being honest and professional. And I didn't think what was happening was necessarily honest or professional at that point in time.
What they were proposing, I thought was nuts. And the theory was also completely nuts, right? I mean, it was a combination of Italians, Germans. I mean, different things have been floating around as to who was involved. Remember Hugo Chavez and the Venezuelan. She has an affidavit from somebody who says they wrote a software in, it's something with the Philippines, and just all over the radar.
Did you ever share, Mr. Kushner, your view of Mr. Giuliani? Did you ever share your perspective about him with the president?
I guess, yes.
Tell me what you said.
Basically, not the approach I would take if I was you.
If you're listening in the car, that was the voice of Jared Kushner. George Conway, put all that together, all the things that you've been saying for years that were, of course, crazy, that were unlawful, and in the case of this January 6th attack and this big lie, almost overturned the election of the President of the United States. What do you think when you hear all these voices, some of whom I assume you know, now coming out in this testimony and speaking out against the president?
I'll never, ever be able to fully comprehend the inability of even a small critical mass of people to just come out and say, this guy is completely unfit for office. I still cannot fathom it to this day, because they all knew. They all knew from the very beginning. And I guess the answer is that there's just too much, they have too much of a stake in it financially, politically, and the point that Claire makes, it takes a certain amount of, it's hard for people to admit that they were wrong. And what Donald Trump does is he leads people so far over the horizon that to walk yourself back after a while is really, really almost impossible. He forces you to make a choice, and every time you make a choice in favor of Trump, you're kind of doubling down and you're further away from the ability to say, okay, that was all a big mistake, because you begin to look ridiculous after a while. And that's how he corrupts people. That's how, it was sort of like what not my favorite person, but one of the ways, yes. Like James Comey said, he just eats at your soul, and that's what he does to people. And it still, to this day, astounds me, even though we've been watching it for 4 years, and it's a phenomenon that is almost like a law of physics.
Yeah, but George, this is what I never understood. Meek and I knew him. Everybody knows that we knew him for a very long time. Early on in the 2015 campaign, whenever we talked, I'd be like, you can't insult John McCain. You can't insult this. You can't, when you go, hey, but you can't insult a war hero. You shouldn't be going after the press. You shouldn't be attacking Megyn Kelly. You shouldn't be attacking, just whatever. You shouldn't be, saying what you say about me. You shouldn't, whatever. And it moves on. Right. And much was made of that. And then I remember the morning, specifically December 3rd, 2015. He comes on and he talks about the Muslim registry, and I say on the air that day, I can never support this guy. Ever. There's no way I could ever vote for this guy. There's no way I could ever support this guy. This is Germany, 1933.
And for the record, this was during the campaign.
Right.
This was...
Well, no, this was 2 or 3 months before the primary. Now, I'm not saying that to say, oh, gee, I'm great. I'm saying that to say it's pretty damn simple. It's pretty damn black and white. And I understand what you're saying, But you obviously you talk to this guy as well. But what shocks me is there are no lines for any of these people. Like there certainly are lines for a group of former Republicans who just said, no, I can't do that. No, I can't go there. But George, I mean, I understand that some people are so desperate to be around him, so desperate to have power, that they're going to do whatever they can to stay on board. But people that you and I grew up with, people that you and I worked with, my God.
Yeah.
Why weren't there ever any lines?
It's hard. I mean, because it's just hard to explain. I mean, if you look at his behavioral characteristics, and once you fully accept, and it's easy to sort of deny at first. I thought that at some level, I thought he was a human being who would ultimately conform in some manner to what a president could be. I was complete self-deception, but I thought that at first, and then I began wondering, well, why can't he do it? And then I realized he's completely, there's just a pathological impossibility of him doing it. And then when you started to look at it and you realize it is black and white, as you say, then you start thinking like, he does everything that you tell your children they shouldn't do. Lie, cheat, and steal, and badmouth people to aggrandize himself and brag, and all of these characteristics of a complete lack of honor, honesty, decency. He's everything you should be telling your kids not to be, and yet, he has the Christian evangelical right in his pocket. He has millions of Republicans who, as you say, Joe, they're people like you that you and I know, and yet they refuse to accept the reality of who he is. They refuse to, they just basically say, well, they'll say something like, oh, well, all politicians lie. It's like, well, he's the world record leader in history of the most documented liar in history, I'm sure, given his pervasive lying and the degree to which it's been recorded by modern means of media. So you have to, in other words, he leads people into massive denial. And once you get past a certain point, I guess it's hard for people to come back and say, I was wrong, because you made the wrong turn about 50 times or 100 times by the time we get to today. That's the best way I could characterize it.
Denial is kind. I mean, there are some people he preys upon people who have weak character. Right. There are names I could say right now that he knows he can sort of get something on, and then he controls them for the rest of time.